Okay, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're here for the finale of Frieren Season 1. I am so sad. I have not been this sad for a show ending in a long time. I really, like, 28 episodes of this show, technically only 24 weekly, but a total of 28 episodes of this show has felt like a lifetime, and it's gonna feel very weird not waking up to watching the show and reacting to it on Fridays. It's gonna feel very weird, it just is realistically, but I love this show so much. This is easily one of my favorite animes of all time. Out of all the animes I've ever watched, this is one of my favorite of all time. Like, and it's not even really close how high up in my favorites this show is. It is seriously a generational show. It is phenomenal. Madhouse has killed it on literally every aspect regarding this show. And from what I've heard and from what everybody has told me, there is so much content to make a season 2. So Madhouse, please. Take as much time as you need. Take a few years if you need to, I don't care. I just want a season 2 done by the same production team, the same director, the same everything, because holy shit, this season was like as close to perfect as you can get. Genuinely, as close to perfect as you can get. I loved every aspect of this show in essentially every regard. I have nothing but respect for everyone who worked on this show and who made it as phenomenal as it is. And I also have immense respect for the manga author who wrote this in the first place, who wrote this beautiful, beautiful goddamn story in the first place. So I'm very excited to see how this last episode pans out. I'm assuming we're gonna wrap up the final part of the exam with Zeddy, and then we're gonna head on our way because Frieren's now got her first class. She is now a first class mage. And so we now have the required status to pass into the northern area of this world. So we're gonna keep heading up there, keep heading to heaven, and if we ever get a season 2, whenever season 2 comes around, we'll get to that. We'll get to that when we get to it. For now, last episode, Frieren failed and Fern passed. Basically, Fern noticed the fluctuations in Zeddy's mana. And Frieren has more than likely noticed, but she just didn't say anything about it because she knew Zeddy was gonna fail her anyway. So Frieren got failed, but then Zeddy, even if Frieren rejected her advances to become her apprentice, Frieren said no, and she still let her pass because there was no way she could reject such a promising student such as Frieren, which is what Frieren said over and over. She said Zeddy's intuition is always right. It's gonna be so interesting to see. I hope we see more of Zeddy. I think she's very interesting. She is the biggest elf tsundere of all time, but I think she is easily one of the most interesting characters in the entire series, given her age, given how long how much knowledge she has when it comes with that age. So there's so many aspects to her character that I would absolutely love to see more of going forward. But here we go, guys. Are you guys ready? This is the last time we're gonna be saying this for probably several years. God, that's crazy. This is probably like the show that I'm most sad to see go, because I've been with it for so long at this point. It has had such a major impact on my channel as a whole. Like, my channel would not be where it is without this show. The impact and support these videos get is unlike anything else on my channel. It's unreal. And so my channel would definitely not be where it is without this show. It's had a major impact on me, had a major impact on my channel, whatever you want to call it. So I'm very beyond sad to see it go because I love this show so much. It's so good. Anyway, that is enough rambling from me. A bit of a longer intro here, but I really wanted to get my thoughts out on this series as a whole, how it's impacted me. Obviously got to do the recap and whatever it may be. So per usual, feel free to check out the Patreon and Discord links are in the description below. As far as the Discord goes, we talk about current anime, past anime, current manga, past manga, and we have non-anime conversations as well. As far as the Patreon goes, you get exclusives and uncuts to all my reactions. So every single reaction to this series, I think except for episode 1. I can't remember what happened with episode 1, but I do not think episode 1 is on the Patreon. But episode 2 and onward, all of the uncuts to all of these reactions are there, so feel free to check that out of your own will. But now, without further ado, let's hop into Frieren Beyond Journey's End, episode 28. Frieren just chilling outside. Last time we're gonna see this opening too. God damn it, man. Why do they do this to us? Why do shows have to come to an end? It's so sad. I will say, in retrospect, I think I like this OP more than OP1. This song is just so pretty, and I don't know. I don't know. We will. I might do like a comparison of the two OPs at some point and really dive into the full versions of both of them, maybe. But this OP is so fucking good. Oh my god, the song is so good. And the visuals as well look fucking beautiful. But the first OP is so iconic too, so it's a really hard choice to pick which would be my favorite. Just know that I love both of them either way. Ooh, she does know all about Denken. Oh, so he's already been up in the Northern Lands, but he can't. He's essentially been up in the Northern Lands, but he came more south, and now he can't get back without that first class mage certification, so that's why he's taking this test. Oh, really? Alright. Interesting shot of the feet. Damn, is she gonna fail him? Oh, did he? Oh, Denken passes. Wow. I feel like she's gonna pass Yubel. I feel like if she's gonna pass anyone, she's gonna pass Yubel. Because Zeddy is so big on how imagination works with magic, and Yubel's imagination is like second to none in the way that we learned a couple episodes ago with how her fighting, how her slashing magic that she uses works with her imagination. Yep, immediately. Wow. That is crazy. Without a single word, she passed her. Oh my god. Did he walk in with a clone? He totally did. Wow. Oh, he's back there. Throughout the exam period, your actual body never left your hometown? This man was never once in the entire exam, never once was he actually there. Throughout the entire exam period, his body never left his hometown. Holy, how strong of a magician is he to the degree that he can do that? Hold up clones that are so real and have the same strength as him to this degree is insane. Oh my, the power you have to keep them maintained that well. Oh my god. Wow. And she passed him. I feel like Zeddy's passing more people than she thought she would. I feel like Zeddy is passing way more people than she thought she would. So far we've got Frieren should have passed realistically, but Zeddy just has it out for her. Frieren should have passed. You got Frieren who passed, Yubel who passed, Land who passed, Denken who passed. That's 5 people so far, and I still think Madhouse has the opportunity to pass as well, and then Werbel maybe too. Oh. Oh, interesting. Was that the answer Zeddy was looking for from Frieren? The way she smiled like that screams that is the answer she was looking for Frieren before she failed her. Because Frieren told her favorite spell is the flower spell, and she called it a useless spell, which a lot of you guys pointed out that she called it a useless spell while being in a room surrounded by a bunch of well-kept flowers, which is just extremely ironic. But it's pretty clear that Zeddy just doesn't like Frieren, or is very tsundere standoffish towards Frieren at the end of the day. Oh, interesting how she's asking Madhouse and not just saying what she knows they're thinking. I'm almost certain Zeddy is able to, from everything we've seen from all the interviews so far, she's able to pick out what a person is seeing in an instant. Like, she's able to instantaneously see what this person is thinking when they enter, because her intuition, as Frieren said, is always right, and that's what she's done for every other competitor that's entered the ring. She's immediately picked out exactly what they're thinking about whether they could fight her or whatever it may be. Oh dear god. Yeah, I feel like you're getting failed for saying that. Oh, and she passed her? That's fucking hilarious. What's wrong with this year's test takers? You pass. I think that what's wrong with this year's test takers is might not be to call them weird. It's like, why is there so many that are applicable to actually passing the test this year? I think it's a mix of both, to be fair. Because, like, who the would walk in there to Zeddy, who is like thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands of years old, and be like, I thought you were very small and cute. Who the does that? That's probably why she passed her. That was so unprecedented. You would never think anyone would react like that, but Methode was just totally just spaced out, I guess, just like, I think you're pretty small and cute. Like, what? One of the most powerful, if not the most powerful being in the entire verse. And that is the first thing you say to her? That is crazy. Okay, so it seems like we just went over all the people who passed. Wow. She realized that we actually do have a very superior group of people. Interesting. Look at Land and Yubel going off together there. The fact that Yubel hasn't realized what Zeddy did in a split second is interesting, because Yubel's been with him so much, but she still has not realized that she has still never seen his main body. Or maybe she has realized it, and she's trying to get him to admit it or something. That seems like something Yubel would do. Like, she figured out very early on that his main body has never shown itself, and she's been trying to get him to, like, admit that or find where the main body is. That very much seems like something she would do. Aw, look at the way Frieren was walking away there. The hands out to the side with Frieren giving her a little head pats. That's cute. Can finally visit his wife's grave. Oh, wow. Is that our goodbye to Denkin? Oh, man. I'm gonna miss these characters. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're back in a bakery and Frieren's got a pick. Oh. Hello, Laufin. Oh, looks like we're having a little lunch together. Well, I don't know if I'd call it a lunch. They're just eating like bakery sweets and like sweet bread and stuff, but having a little lunch with Denkin, I'm glad. I thought that was going to be the last we were going to see of Denkin there, him saying goodbye to Frieren like that. I'm glad we get to see a little bit more. Because who knows, this could be an instance where, like, we leave and then we never see any of these characters again, which would be very sad if that were the case. But realistically, this could be a situation where we don't ever see some of these characters again down the line. Which, I can't imagine this series would do that, given how big of a part these characters have played in this entire second half of the first season. I feel like we are gonna at least get hopefully at least some cameos down the line, but I do hope at least some of the characters end up playing a bigger role later on in season 2. I don't think we're gonna see Kane or Levine though, because they both failed the test, so they can't go further up north unless they start traveling with us regularly, which I don't think is gonna happen. How about Denkin is literally like adopted Laufin and is like just treating her as his granddaughter? Yeah, Denkin likes to act like a grandpa. This is so peaceful. What is it with Stark and just talking to people he has no idea who the f they are? That is so hilarious. That's such a hilarious running bit in this series. Especially that started in this arc. Every time that we have finished one of the exams, we've come out and Stark has been just sitting there with that random old guy. Stark doesn't want to get killed. Aww. Oh my god. Mid-20s. Oh. God damn, that sucks. That sucks. And he has been completely loyal to her for the rest of his life. The rest of his years, 50 plus, however many years after she passed away, he has been completely loyal to her. That's crazy. That is actually super sad. Wow. Aww. His fight with Frieren managed to remind him of why he fell in love with magic in the first place. Oh, wow. I love that. That Frieren is the reason Denkin even became where he is or learned magic in the first place, is because he loved hearing about the party. Because, I mean, realistically, that party was 80 years ago. Denkin would have either been born like right in the midst of that party fighting the Demon King, or born right after it. Given his age, I would assume he was born either right after it, or I mean it's either right after it or during it. There's no in between, given how he's probably in his 60s to 80s at this point. I don't know when he was born, but that it makes sense that he admired that party so deeply. And I feel like it would make sense if he was born during it, so that he heard those stories growing up as a kid, and so he admired them even more, especially when they had just finished defeating the Demon King. Something like that would make sense. Oh my god, she got so many grimoires. Oh, uh-oh. Time to help. Oh, hello, Werbel. I don't know if Frieren and Werbel have ever really interacted, have they? Just a little. Frieren complained to me about it. Killing Yubel, yeah. I'm gonna have to agree with that one. I'm gonna have to agree with that. Ah. Yeah, I kind of put that together. That Werbel looks like the stereotypical, like, bad guy or whatever it may be, but he's actually a really good guy who loves helping people. At the end of the day, it just came down to he had to fight to win that exam. And yeah, I also agree that taking out Yubel probably would have made the world a better place, but maybe if Yubel continues staying with Land, maybe he'll be able to tame her somewhat. Who knows, though? She's a complete psycho, so who actually knows if that's even possible? She's a complete psycho, but she's also the best at the same time. Makes sense. That's where the people needed Himmel the most. Ooh. Wow, those are stories we haven't even heard yet. I'd like to hear those stories, please, or preferably see them. Ah, okay. Yep. I'm happy it made them, that this famous adventurer would help them out so deeply. Oh god. Jesus Christ, man. They completely destroyed his hometown. Oh my god. Yep, exactly. Wow. I love that. It's not the stories of him fighting all the Demon King's 7 mages or whatever, fighting all of them and taking down the Demon King and all of that. It's all fun and good, but you get down to the small stories where he just helped casual villagers do daily tasks and help them live their lives in better ways. Those are what influenced him. I absolutely fucking love that. I love that message so much, that it's really the little things that make the biggest impact on individual people, individual villages, anything like that. I love that. Oh, hello. Aww, I like how he's sticking with them. Damn. Yep, of course Frieren knows that. She's learned that especially more than anybody recently with the death of Himmel and Heiter. That statement really became a reality for her with the death of Himmel and Heiter. Oh man, this is such a good episode, and I'm so sad because I feel like that might be the last time we see Werbel. I don't know if that's going to be the case for sure, but they really made that feel like a final goodbye to Werbel and his other 2 party members, whose names I believe was Ere and somebody else. I can't remember the other guy's name, but the girl's name was Ere. Oh my god, we're getting... Every time we get one of these flashbacks to their party, it is always the most wholesome and heartwarming.
それだと私だけこっちに残っちゃうでしょ。
俺たちは一刻も早くこんな小さな人助けに。
確かに小さな人助けだ。きっとこんなことをしたって。
They won't change the world, but they will impact individual people more than he will probably ever know. God, Himo was such a true hero. Even if he could never fully pull out that sword, Himo was a true hero. Absolutely.
大丈夫だよ。
Without a shadow of a doubt.
世界はちゃんと変わっている。
Himo directly influenced other people like Werbel helping other people. Like, it's so the impact Himo had on the world and the impact their journey had on the world is so astounding. The more that you hear about it, the fact that just Himo doing these insignificant tasks and helping these people has allowed Werbel to become so strong as to go and save his village and become a person who helps other people in need. Like, all of that came from the actions of one person. That is just crazy. Oh my god. I love that so much. Looks like everybody's coming with. Yeah, so it looks like she doesn't want to go. There you go. What the fuck? She banned her for 1,000 years. I rubbed Zeddy the wrong way. I love how they just... Oh my god. They are so unbelievably goofy. Start going to stay with her. I like that. Alright, Frieren, time to go pick out your ability. I'm excited to see which one she chooses. Her privilege that she's gonna pick. I wish we could see it. I honestly really wish we could see it. I'd be very intrigued to see that. Oh, absolutely. Yep. Frieren was the more famous mage of the previous age. That rhymed and I did not mean it to. Frieren will probably be... She's absolutely the more impactful, more well-known mage of, like, the era from 100... Like a 100 years is a millennium, right? No, is that 1,000? No. What is 100? A century. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's too early in the morning. It is too fucking early. Frieren is the more influential mage of a century ago, but this century, I do agree it's probably going to be Frieren. And to be fair, Frieren didn't even get a chance to be more influential in the past century because she wasn't alive. But I think I do agree with Frieren here. Oh, yeah. Lernen, that was his name, yep. Oh, he's apologizing on behalf of Zeddy. Wow. Ooh. This peaceful era doesn't suit you. Wow, he's that strong in battle. Mm-hmm. Oh. Oh, he wants to fight Frieren. Oh my god. In an instant. Holy shit, I wasn't expecting a fight this episode. Oh my god. Wow, he actually cut her. Oh my god. Oh, I like how the light flicked back on. It can be so awkward. Absolutely. Even if Zeri doesn't want to admit it, she will absolutely remember you. Oh, is she calling her out for using said spell to make this garden? Literally what I said at the beginning of this video, that I found it very ironic that she was calling it a useless spell, yet she was in a room full of well-maintained flowers. False. You were the biggest tsundere of all time. Biggest tsundere of all time. Seriously. Isn't that fine though? Do they have to reach her Shows how much she cares for each of them. It was Lernin with making the golem spell there. Frieren, for some reason, I've never regretted taking on any of my students. Literally the biggest elf tsundere of all time. She acts like she takes them on a whim and she didn't want to train them, that they're all failures. But it's so clear she cares and loves each of them so deeply. Literally, I don't know if there's a bigger tsundere in anime ever. She's 1,000+ year-old tsundere. Because they don't need to. She can't even tell her own students how she truly feels. Oh, hello, Frieren. What'd you pick? What did you... Oh, they're not gonna tell us, are they? Do you think they're still open? Absolutely. You're both very awkward in your own great ways. Oh my god, this happens in every town. This happens in every city we venture to. Stark becomes like a household name with all the families because in his free time, which he's had a lot of recently. Oh my... This old guy. Well, damn, we spent an entire half of a season here. She not... Vaguely floral. Wow, that's what she asked for? Look at how proud she is! Look at how proud she is! look at that stance. This girl is too adorable, man, I swear to god. It's just a little hands on the hip stance. Oh my god. Actually the best. And of course that's the spell she would choose as well. Like, not a spell about action or a spell to be able to fight people better. Nope, she picked a very simple spell to be able to keep her clothes clean and clean clothes instantaneously. Yeah, that is the most random spell of all time. Really? Aww, look at that big goofy grin on her face. That's my student. Absolutely. No! Oh. She's making the same, she's making the Frieren face here. Look at that face. She's hitting the exact Frieren face right there. Yep. Serves her right. No, don't end. No! 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 Ah! No, I don't want it to end. I don't want it to end. God damn it, man. I don't want it to end. I don't want this beautiful series to end. Oh my god. This is it. The final 3 minutes of season 1. They're seeing him off before they leave. Look at how much Frieren impacted them. Oh man. No way is that our goodbye. Also notice how Frieren and Stark are walking side by side here. Just walking perfectly side by side. Damn, man. Really the last time we're gonna see them? I doubt it's the last time we're gonna see them. We spent way too much goddamn time for that to be the last time we're ever gonna see them. We spent way too much goddamn time with them. Whoa. Oh, she learned the quick goodbye thing from email. Of course, of course. Oh, they're playing the ending as well. Tearful goodbyes aren't our style. Oh my god, man. It's just, I'm gonna go back and get this whole scene again, but it's really clicking for me how huge, like, it's already been very apparent the impact that Himmel has had on Frieren in her life, but oh my god, when you get scenes like this, Himmel and their party affected every aspect of Frieren. She changed so much in response to their journeys together, and it didn't even occur to her until like 60+ years after their party journey together, but it's really occurring to her how much every action she takes, every decision she makes is so heavily influenced by this party that she only traveled with like for a mere 10 years. That it's just crazy how much of an impact they had on her. I don't want to say goodbye. It would be embarrassing when we met again. No way. this show. Eisen praying over there. The tree that had Flom's book open in it. Oh my god. I love how a lot of the parties ended up sticking together. There's Kraft. Oh man. There's Zine there, still searching. This truthfully is one of the greatest anime of all time. Seriously. One of the greatest anime of all time.
また会った時に恥ずかしいからね。
Says the verbatim what Himel told her. Holy sh! Holy sh! This show. This f***ing show. Is there anything after? I'm watching the full way through. The journey to Ende continues. Please tell me, Madhouse, that is a confirmation there's gonna be a season 2. Please. Please, I'm begging you. I need confirmation right now. Oh, god damn. Oh my god. This show is too much. This show is too much. Like I said, this is one of, if not one of the, this is absolutely one of the greatest shows of all time. One of the greatest shows of all time. And what a conclusion, showing us all of our characters and how a lot of them are sticking with the same parties. Oh my god, okay. That's end of episode discussion. We'll get into that here in a second, but I just want to soak this all in for a second, how phenomenal that end of the episode there was. Oh my god, that was fantastic in every regard. I'm so sad to see it go. I don't have much else to say other than I am so unbelievably saddened to see this show go. Like, it's hard to put into words, it really is, but the way this show has impacted me, like I said at the beginning, the way this show has impacted my channel, the effect this show has had on me, realistically, it can't go unstated how beautiful and impactful of a show this is. Its messages, its themes are all so heavily based. Even though it's a medieval fantasy world, it's so based in reality and a message that the average person is able to grip onto and hold on to. Just really take to heart a lot of the messages that are said throughout this series. Like one of the main ones being, what's the word? Admire's the wrong word, but really don't take for granted the time you have with your loved ones. Obviously with that being the biggest case with Frieren and her party, and how she took her time with him for granted and regretted it in the end. And now she's making sure she doesn't do that again. And I just, every aspect of the show is so good. And from what I have heard, season 2 is going to be even better. I've been told by several people, season 2 is going to be even better. Whenever it comes out, the contents of season 2 is even better than season 1, which I do not know how that's possible. I legitimately do not know how that is possible in any regard, because this is one of the most perfect anime I've ever watched. Easily one of the most perfect anime I have ever watched. It's insane how good this show is. I don't think I have much else to say. I really don't. I just want to thank all of you for watching these videos, for supporting me through this series. Like, legitimately, my channel, as I said in the beginning, would not be where it is without the support from you guys with this series. I've had a blast. Like, I don't know if I've ever had more fun watching a show than I did watching this with you guys. I legitimately don't know if I've ever had a greater time watching a show than I did watching this one with you guys. Anyway, I don't think I have much else to say. I will see you guys in any other shows that I react to, or whenever a season 2 hopefully rolls around. I hope Madhouse takes their time, gives their workers more than enough time to complete a season 2 and get it absolutely perfect, just like this season 1 was perfect here. But I think that is going to wrap it up for my reaction to Frieren Beyond Journey's End, episode 28. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I hope you all have a good day. See you guys for season 2.